Hey out there in slot car land, this is Troy Osmond coming at you with another episode of Slot Car Crazy. In this episode I thought we'd talk about scenery and specifically how I do my cobblestone work on my track. It's tedious, it takes a while, but when it is done it looks great. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is the area in front of my fountain that I've done with all cobblestones, and the curve of the corner that's right here came out really good. If you get low down pictures of it, it looks almost real. The other area that is done is over here in front of the restaurant right here with the palm trees and whatnot in front of it. It turned out really well. The rest of this area here, this is the direction the cobblestones will be running all the way through this downtown area here. This is the area I'm going to show you that I'm working on right now, and it'll give you a good idea on how I do this and what you need to do it. This is going to be going a different direction than the rest of the cobblestones because this is actually underneath a building, so it'll be a foundation area. So it'll be running a different way. Goes underneath this building that sits right here. So we'll show you what you'll need to do this, or what I use anyways. Get this back in my holder here. Alright, what I use to make my cobblestones is the sheet plastic styrene. The one that I'm using here is from Evergreen Scale Models. It's this stuff right here. And you can see the size that I'm using right there is a 0.5 mil thickness sheet styrene plastic. It works really well. It's just thick enough to where that the glue that I use Gorilla Glue, so basically super glue. It doesn't warp. When you glue it down, it doesn't change its shape or anything, so that thickness works really well. The cobbles themselves are an 1/8 of an inch wide and a 1/4 of an inch long, and I'll show you how I cut those here. So let me get the camera set up and I'll show you how. Alright, here we go. Alright, got my pencil here. So what I usually do is I come here for like 1/8 of an inch. Mark it on one end, come down to the other end, mark 1/4 of an inch, and then we just draw a line straight across. Alright, now instead of using scissors to cut this, I use this, basically it's a paper cutter, and just get it all positioned up in here, and if you do it really good, it comes out really nice and straight. Let me get it lined up here, and just score it a couple of times, and it usually pops right off, just like so. Alright, so now we've got our strip, and usually, I screwed that up. Usually I mark the cobbles on it before I cut it, so this is going to be a little interesting. So, hey, well, you know what? Screw it. Do it again. We can save that piece for later. Sometimes you need an extra little piece like that to cut some odd length cobbles if you ever need it to fill in an area that you've got some tight, like at the end, on each end of the row or something, you'll have a different shaped cobblestone depending on how you do it. Alright, there. Now we do that. And then I just set my thing up, and as you can see, this piece is actually 7 3/4 long, so it actually works out great. You get an even number, you'll get an even number of cobblestones that way. So I just mark them off like this. Don't have to be perfect, because they are cobblestones, you know, and they're not going to be, in real life, they're not going to be exactly perfect every single time. So once get this done, then I cut it like I showed you the other time there. So we'll just. And I've been using this thing for a while now. I've been using this thing for about 4 or 5 years. And it's still pretty sharp, amazingly, and I have never sharpened the blade on it. And it works just like that. It does kind of curve it slightly, but you can work that out and get that all in. So let me set the camera up over there at the area, and I'll show you what you're going to need and how to do stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Now we got the camera set up. Got it kind of in here, kind of crooked because we're in between the buildings here. So what I usually do is I'll take a cobblestone, one little cobble piece here, and I'll take it and put it in here. And it's like as I said earlier, sometimes you got to do a little trimming. As you notice, this piece is kind of taller than the other pieces. Width-wise, it looks pretty good. But, you know, sometimes you got to trim it to make it look like the rest of it. So you just take a pair of scissors here, and I just kind of trim it down. Make sure it's, you know, do a test fit. As you can see, it's kind of a little off here, so we'll trim it up a little more, make the cut across the top so it's not at an angle. There we go, that looks like a pretty good. Something else you're going to need is an X-Acto knife and a pair of tweezers that help out really well. As you can see, still might be just a little tall. So let's trim it one more time here. Get it to the right size we want. So it looks... Ooh, did it straight that time. Sometimes you can get them straight and you don't have to recut it. There we go. Now it looks like it might be just a tad bit too long, so we'll take a little bit off one end to make it look... And sometimes they get stuck to your finger. Alright, here we go. There we are. That looks really good. So after you're finally happy with the size of your cobble, take your super glue. Actually, this is Gorilla Glue. The label fell off of it. And I just do a little... Get this cobble over here. I just put a little tiny dot right where you want to place the cobble. Take your tweezers. Get your cobblestone in your tweezers. And then hopefully it doesn't stick to your thing, like sometimes you got to knock it off. And then take your X-Acto knife and get it in the position that you want it in. Sometimes this takes some time. There we go. Just like that. Just let it sit and dry, and then move on to your next piece. As you can see over here, on this one here, so that one piece I have over there that I cut early, this is what we would use that for. There's like a little piece that needs to go right here, because there'd be a little half cobblestone here, and sometimes on the ends you're going to have different size cobbles because of the width of the area you're working, or the space that you need. So not all your cobbles are going to be the same size, and sometimes those strips come in. So you can see I've also outlined it here. Seeing as this is under a building, there would be a little bit of line from foundation and whatnot. So that's how I do my cobblestones. It takes some time. The area over there by the fountain there took me, I think, 5 months to do that entire area. It was a while. The area in front of the restaurant here, I think that only took me like a month and a half. I worked really hard on that one and got that done pretty quick. So let me get the camera set back up so I can show you a couple other things here, and we'll talk a couple other things. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back over here at the table. Just going to show you a couple of my favorite cars. You're gonna notice that they're all Ferraris. So, I love Ferraris. What can I say? This is one of my favorites that I re-decaled. Niki Lauda. I believe this is from the 75 season. Cool car. I didn't paint his helmet the red, but, you know, it's got a couple of my Frey cars. A AF Corsa 458. All decaled up really nice. The body is a Greg's Garage body with Pedro's Place decal sets. He does some good work. So does Greg. This Ferrari looks dead on. Another one I got that I did, same body. in black with the Tequila Patron decals on it. Came out really nice. The red one's my main race car in the freight cars. Another one of my favorites, the Ferrari Daytona G Plus car, one of the original AFX cars, and then of course this one, another G Plus, the 512 BB. Beautiful car, beautiful race car too, for that matter. Just thought I'd give you a little tour or two of the room here. This is my hobby room. I saw the track, showed the track in the intro. This is our pit table for when the guys come over. We got a race next Saturday. Hopefully everybody will be here. I'm hoping to get some of the races recorded on my phone, and I'll put them up on the site so you guys can watch. Hopefully everybody will be here. As you can see, I am a race fan. I got a lot of die-cast models. This is my work table, my parts drawers, my slot car box, some of the cars, some 38 scale, some cars that I've got on collection, some more of my other cars. I'm also a very heavy Hot Wheel collector, as you can see. Been collecting since I was a kid. Cars in my collection are from '68 all the way to 2015. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. I'll try and get that done, that little area done before the next episode and painted, and I'll show you guys how I weather it. It's really easy, really simple. So I'll show you that next time, and I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.